Random Game Wednesday, everybody. It's part 2. We had a request from our viewer and resident 7 Days to Die Undead Legacy watcher, You Know Your Joe. He asked if we could play a little bit more tonight after dinner, so here we are, Joe. Hope you can come and join us. We're doing this just for you. So, and there's the third member of our group. That would be Mr. Jeff Weaver. Welcome, Mr. Jeff Weaver.
Greetings, greetings.
And again, of course, we have Daryl.
Hi.
So we're going to play for a little bit. We all have to work early in the morning, but just because you requested it, Joe, we're doing this for you. So we'll play until Daryl either falls asleep or somebody dies once. Remember, guys, nobody... Nope. What? Sorry, Jeff, what? You're breaking up.
Keep going. Keep going, even if Daryl's asleep.
Even if Daryl, as long as he doesn't die, we're good. He can be asleep.
It's not like he's ever fell asleep in the mines before.
That's true. That's happened. That's been a thing.
I've mined in my sleep.
He is. He's the best. He's the best gamer I've ever seen sleeping. It's amazing.
Oh, I do it all the time, man. I've been playing this game, and all of a sudden you're like, okay, where was I? Was pointed at? What was I doing?
The weirdest one I ever had was I fell asleep playing Elite Dangerous in VR, and I woke up and it was like, your brain doesn't really register. You're just like, I'm in space. What? Wait, what?
Yeah.
I've definitely done that. Although I did that one time though, to where I almost got sucked into a star.
Oh, I kind of remember that.
Yeah.
It's like, and I was
you
way
first come out of the
there.
frame shift vibe, and you're like,
and you're like overheating.
Yeah.
All the alarms going off, and you're like, oh, this is bad.
I kind of remember you doing that. I can't remember you going, oh crap, or something.
Oh yeah, so, I was wide awake really quick.
Little shot of adrenaline.
What's those long frame shift drive jumps, man? You know, after the 13th one or something, like, okay.
Oh gosh. Now, what's the farthest you went out, Daryl?
13?
How many? Daryl's been out there really far before.
I don't know the longest one I've done. It's probably like 27 or more.
Yeah, I think that I've done I don't know.
You went out for about 2 weeks, didn't you?
Yeah, like 2 weeks of being out.
Just traveling.
Yeah, just traveling.
Yeah. It was a specific quest line back in the day that you would be able to go out to this one planet far out, kind of do this alien quest line kind of thing.
Oh, I did those.
Artifact.
Yeah. Where you get the alien artifact stuff?
Stuff like that, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I remember I was grinding that for a long time, and that was out there, but it wasn't too far. But it was just like, after a while, that's when I started getting, I got I think it's not a toolkit, what is it called? Anyway, a program where I have like YouTube up in VR. So I would put it up in my spaceship in VR in Elite Dangerous. And that one screen would be extra, but it would be YouTube, and I could watch YouTube and do stuff while I was flying, doing cargo.
God, yeah. There's sometimes it's like, yeah.
Well, if you think about it, if you were an actual pilot, and that's what you were doing, you'd have some kind of entertainment. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like
no, you would absolutely have.
Do you guys
YouTube
ever play World of Warcraft?
No, I played a little bit.
In the very beginning,
we played in the
we're talking about the first few years.
Mm-hmm.
You would fly from the very top of the continent to the bottom, and you could select this flight path. It was for quest, but it would literally take almost 18 minutes of real life time to do that. And so people started developing games like Bejeweled, stuff that you could play in game while you were traveling.
So is that World of Warcraft?
Yeah, it was World of Warcraft.
You're on a mount or something? You're on a.
It would be like a flight path where you would jump onto, like, say, a griffin or like a flying creature.
Yeah, I remember that.
And in real time, it fly you across the world, right? In real time. Well, the world's so big, it would literally take like 18, 20 minutes to go from the top to the bottom. Well, when you were on the flight path back in the day, you couldn't cancel it. Yeah. There was no way to cancel it back then. I think you could log off. Anyway, it was annoyance. So where people would start doing Bejeweled and you would factor that even down to shorter runs, would still be like 5 minutes, and you would do Bejeweled and do different games. And it's that whole weird concept of, like Elite Dangerous. I'm playing a video game, but I'm watching TV while I'm playing a video game. It's like nothing else is going on.
Kids do that all the time now. They flop back and forth from the game to the screen to it. Alt tab, baby, alt tab.
Have you done American Truck Simulator in VR in your rig yet?
No, I haven't.
Oh, jeez. You're gonna experience something that you probably never thought you would experience. In terms of, imagine a flight simulator, but trucks on a virtual highway, but it's done in such a way where there's things happening to where it keeps it interesting.
Okay.
But at the same time, you have those moments, which is like, I always talk about those moments in VR. I had that moment of where I will never forget the first time I was doing it. I was driving in VR at night, northbound in California, listening to the Eagles play, because in the game, you can set up real internet radio stations on your truck radio, right? So you're listening to the real radio. And it was just this weird, like total surreal experience in my motion simulator, the truck, the shakers,
the wind,
you know, the wind with the wind. Yeah, exactly. And a playing on my radio, which is coming through the radio of the truck. It was like, wow, this is what flight sim should be. Yeah. Where it was like this immersive experience the whole time. As I'm flying and I'm looking at land. It's like, because every now and then there'll be a detour or an accident or a traffic stop, and you have to like course correct and figure out what to do, or an animal runs in front, or things like that.
It's just like real life.
Yeah, but it's weird, like, I don't know, almost kind of like this weird cartoony, but like it's really cool miniature version of the United States. It's just weird how they do it. It's hard to explain. But when you get a chance, buy it on sale. It's usually $5.
Okay.
Check it out, dude. It's totally worth it.
Cool. Well, I'm in. I'm assuming you guys are loading. So
I'm trying to
fighting
load.
off Undead, fighting off Raiders.
All right. And I think that's why
the devil.
I think that's why Jeff's mic is cutting out, because I think he's loading. I think whenever he loads the game, it does.
Yeah,
that.
it does.
So
it's
welcome back. Now, where we left off, please don't shoot me again. He shot me in my junk last time, right before we logged off.
No,
if you haven't watched,
did not shoot you in the junk. I was pointing up this way when it fired, and probably I shot the made mods and containers box.
Okay, all right. All I know is Jeff enjoys hurting me sometimes. Boy George, do you really want to hurt me? Do you really want to make me cry, Jeff?
No.
Anyways,
karma.
Yeah, because it's bad karma. Chameleon.
Exactly.
Daryl's like, what the are you guys?
I know what you're talking about.
Daryl's like, you guys are so old.
Just horrible.
All right, it's almost morning.
Like pop references.
I know. Okay, so you're on the beat for. Okay, you guys got your equipment, right? You got your fancy weapons or armor, because I was making your armor. I hope Joe can make it. We're doing this just for him, so hopefully he'll be here eventually. You said you found some iron something. Oh, Daryl, you might check. I
got you an iron. I think you got it right. There was like an iron gloves or something.
Did I? There's a miner's helmet in there. I don't know if it's better or worse. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I need iron legs and iron chest are the only thing I got left on that.
Weird. Perk points.
No, it is not better.
And then you were gonna get the rifle. Daryl was working on a rifle.
I was working on what?
Rifle. Sorry.
You were gonna get that other
Joe's
rifle.
in. Hi, Joe.
Joe's here. Welcome back, Joe. We're doing this just for you, buddy. Glad you could come join us. All right. It is morning.
Well, yeah. If you use the rifle, it'll be a single shot, but there's 8x scopes up in the mods and containers as well.
All right. Hey, Daryl. Anvil schematic. I think I already read that. So obviously we scrapped that. Scrap the ratchet schematic and scrap the gas can schematic. Yes.
Ratchet for sure. And yeah, we have the gas can.
Okay, scrapping them. Okay, got it. So we are at. So let's see. Okay, we're at 1,000 data. So we need some logs, and then we can upgrade the research table. The only thing we need are logs for that. And then once we do that, I think we're in a position to make.
We just need logs, like wood logs.
Like logs, yeah. Need a few logs, and we got the chainsaw.
Right. I'll start chopping some trees here.
Yeah, we don't need many. I'll go ahead and get ready to go to the trader because it's new trader day. Does anybody need blue dye for anything? For any reason? Blue dye.
Hey, Wolf.
Okay.
Or something.
All right, vitamins. Wow, we got lots of vitamins. Handlebars. There's that. What else do we have in the to-go box? Oh, yeah. Kinds of stuff.
Joe says, "What's the plan? Share the stream. I can hear them listening to it."
You can hear them listening to the stream?
Who is them?
We don't know who them is, Joe. Need more context, buddy. Yeah, we got these knives that we can... If we can fix them, I probably should just get rid of them. I doubt they're going to be worth that much more money. Oop, as I just throw it to the ground. Alright, let's see here. Keep one. Alright, we're just going to sell all this stuff. Somebody's getting a gun out. I hear it. Alright, what else we got that Jeff says we should get rid of?
All the stuffs.
All the things. Stuff.
Call it cash. Need a cash.
Cash money.
Cash me outside. How about that? Sorry. Yeah.
Brought back memories, eh?
Yeah.
It was good, though.
Joe says, "Yes, I am on the phone with them. We still don't know who them is."
Okay, Joe, we're not sure what the hell you're talking about. Maybe he's talking to Igor at DOM.
Ooh, there's a pig over there.
Oh, I hear a zombie. There's a zombie right. There's a zombie horde. 135. I think I can manage. Let's get the old charger. Okay. Oh.
Do you not see that? Is that pig gonna attack us?
I don't know. Should we just kill it? You try that rifle.
Yeah.
Give that rifle a shot and scoot down and shoot it. Let's see what... Got it.
Boom.
All right. I guess I can try harder.
Direwolf, get up.
Oh shit! I can't get up. I gotta go. Oh, how close? How close?
He's in the field.
Oh. Okay, let me try it again. Hold on.
You need to join the party. We can see you.
Ooh.
You want to try to kill, or do we want to?
It's leather. It's leather. Yeah. You ready?
Did you send Daryl an invite?
I did. Hold on. Daryl. Oh, Daryl. Oh, Daryl. There, Daryl. Daryl's here. All right, you're not around here, right? Because there's a direwolf.
Are we gonna scrap the pig?
You want to run down there? I'm burdened a little bit. Why don't you run down there?
I'm skinning some birds right now.
Okay. Oh, use the feathers. Good eyes on that direwolf.
Yeah.
All right.
Can you scoot up?
Is that good? He's coming across. Did you make it? You here?
I'll just go inside.
Just go the other way.
Go this way.
I'm up pretty far. Okay, he's right in that. Oh, we're losing him. Okay, he's in the road. Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, fire. Oh, nice. Did you hit him?
Yeah.
I got him too. I got him with the. Oh yeah. Hey, buddy. Oh, he's here. Oh, he's inside.
Hey, Daryl, do you have a steel shovel?
I have a iron shovel.
All right. Well, now you have a steel one.
Nice.
Nice.
Groovy.
Groovy. Did he run outside now? Oh yeah, he's definitely angry now. Aw, that was a miss. Oh. Come here, puppy. Got him in the butt.
Ew.
No, don't run out.
I would assume we need oil still, like...
Oil's never a bad thing.
And like foundation wise, is there anything that you guys need? Like
The cement,
cement?
the powder.
Yeah, the powder mix.
What?
I don't know why it reminded me of Cocaine Bear. Such a absurd movie.
Oh. Got him. I think more zombies are out there. All right, I got it. Let's see. You got it?
Yeah, I
I
get
guess
it.
you got all the meat. All right, what were we doing? Did you get a tree? Did you bring any trees back, or is?
I'm coming back right now. I got not a lot. I mean, you just need a little bit, right?
Yeah, like 5 logs, I think.
Yeah.
Daryl, or you can upgrade the.
Yeah, I got 11.
Okay, yeah, just upgrade the research, and then I'll look and see. Oh, this is where. Oh. Hey, there's some clay here. Ah. Oh, Joe's saying a lot of stuff.
Oh, sorry, Joe. I'm on the phone with him. I share the stream with somebody. I am on the phone. I can hear you over the call.
Oh.
Oh, that's funny.
Fun.
Share. Name that wolf. Name that wolf pincushion. Yes, he was.
Yes. It's like
So Daryl, I'll put the steel shovel for you in the repair kits and tools box.
Okay.
All right, let's hope for good stuff here. It's a new trader day, so.
Take your time.
Sugar butts. Might as well use the sugar butts. Let's see what you've got, buddy. Anything we need. Let's see, stews. We really need an auger. He's got Day-Day. He's got chili cheese dog. Crossbow. Oh, he's got a compound bow schematic. I think we might need that.
Yeah.
He's got a Barrett.
Yeah.
I can't afford the Barrett.
There's Barrett 50 cal?
Yeah.
How much is it?
20,000.
I'll have it for you by 3.
Okay. we all want composite bows, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's the
Yeah.
kill thing for a long until we get suppressors and whatnot.
There's a lucky looter goggles, but they're only 3.8s. But
dude, it's better than
yeah,
what I
that's
have
what
right
I say.
now,
It's better
which
than
is
what you're
0.0.
Yeah. Okay. So we got that. What is this? Ski goggle? No, I got mine. What do you need? You need strong.
Tough guy sunglasses.
Tough guy sunglasses. That's right. Long double barrel. All right. Okay. I guess there's things we need to buy.
Yes.
So we're going to eat a butt of sugar. I think I used my cheesecake, but that's okay.
You did. Need to learn that.
Okay. We are going to sell. Sell. Selling. I'm going to sell the handlebars. We're not going to do mini bikes. I mean, why would we
No.
revert back to mini bikes?
Forward only.
Yep.
And I use the mini back in my solo game and I hate it. Got motorcycles yet. But you don't want to go back, trust me.
Oh, yeah. I believe you.
20 miles per hour. Hold down shift.
Yeah. That's using all of it.
Moon Bear says howdy.
Moon Bear? Hey, Moon Bear, welcome. I haven't heard that name before. You must be new to the channel. What's up, man? Welcome. Hey, there's way more hooks. So you are actually watching my feed. So what you're seeing is things that the guy that's talking right now is doing. Okay. So we are playing Undead Legacy mod, and we are on Insane mode, and we are on Random Horde Nights. So I'm assuming tonight is not a horde night.
It is not.
It is not.
Nice. Okay.
Right.
And what was the other thing I was gonna buy? Compound bow schematic. Yes, please. I would like that. Does anybody else need a Gravedigger mod? We're good, right? We've found those.
Yeah.
I'll need one eventually, but it's not a priority.
Peace be with you.
All right. All right, I got your Lucky Looter goggles. Alrighty. Yeah, so we're doing this later version of the live stream for Joe. He wanted to watch some more of our craziness. We're working on
got 2 schematics. Schematic for Spear Hunter Volume 2 and Armor Pocket.
how big?
Schematic. This is pocket.
In a single? I'm losing you a little bit there, Jeff.
Yeah, a single.
All right.
I will enunciate a little bit louder. I think my is not.
Yeah, it sounds like it's just like an internet glitch or something. You want me to start building a little bit more here, Daryl, or what's your game plan here, Stanley?
I'm just making more stuff, making bricks. I feel like we want to try and do the top straight from brick, right?
Yeah, probably. I would guess. We probably want one more column of cement. So we want 3 high at least on that. And then you have a spot where, because we did what the extras are. They're not on the corner anymore. The electric fences, they're on either side, right? If I remember.
Moon Bear says, okay, so no, your Joe says, it makes feel special, lol. And then Moon Bear says, gotta love a guy with a cowboy hat and a machine gun.
Hells yeah. Yeah, and Daryl, or the guy in the, show him your preferred weapon. The guy in the football helmet and the sledgehammer. This is Daryl's favorite weapon. You'll see him use it.
Yeah.
He's a sledge-o-matic kind of guy. He likes to pop melons.
Oh, you have a friend?
Yep. Oh, see, watch. I'll let him. That wasn't really a pop there, but.
It didn't pop.
Same result. No, that's just him. Okay, I guess I'll keep trying to find us some more cement. Is that the game plan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe so.
So what do you got? I gotta look under here. Where's our? Oh, I know where I get in. That's where it always is. So this is the foundation we're working on. To the base. They say you always build on a strong foundation. That's what we're working on. Yep. So to go there. Okay. Daryl's kind of the master of all this type of stuff. The subterranean environment. He's our resident dwarf. Looks like Moonbear's saying lots. Looks like.
No, yes, Skull Crusher. That is, yeah, that's what I enjoy doing the most. Crushing skulls.
All right, so I guess I'll go look at.
Are you heading back to the base?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to do some powder, get some of that cement made for us, and.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think the upside will be strong enough in just. Do you need me to take something back or anything?
So take back in this box here. There's large stones.
Okay.
Take back as much of that as you can carry.
Oh, well, okay. Let me get my bike over here. Because my bike should be able to carry a lot.
Ooh.
I don't think I got anything in my biker, do I? No. Ooh, more sugar butts, though. Let's add to the sugar butt supply. Okay, and then I got... Oh, let's see. That guy didn't want anything. I wonder if... Let me try to sell to this guy. I think I got butts still going. Yep. So, Moonberry, are you a fan of the 7 Days to Die game, or did you just stumble on us? What's your story, man?
I mean, it just crashed.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
all right.
Greetings.
Come on.
Does it take back as much of the
Great doing.
large rock as I can?
Yeah.
Oh man, there's so much concrete in these. What it's called. I don't remember that.
How much powder did you find before?
The which what? Oh, like 64 or something. I think.
My bro is a fan. 64? Okay. Oh, I gotta stay until Daryl's back because he's right now hanging wide open out here. I gotta watch for any bad stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. Well, this is a little bit different than what your brother might be watching. We're actually playing the Undead Legacy mod, so it's a little mod to the game. It's really cool, really well done.
Is his brother a fan of 7 Days to Die or of Get Your Game On?
Nobody's a fan of Get Your Game On. Come on, of course he's
I'm a
talking
fan
about
of
the game.
Get
Okay.
Your Game On.
Moonbear, there's the question. Is he a fan of our channel or is he a fan of 7 Days? Silly Daryl. Oh, Daryl disappeared. Okay. I'm going to wait till you come back, though. I guess I can load up the motorcycle, though. He says many rocks as possible. I bet you that burdens me a little bit. Not too bad, though. I actually can still walk with with that. Just the large rocks? That's all you're looking for?
What else is in there? You could take you could take the small rock too, actually.
You need me to turn the big rock into small rock or anything?
No, turn the big rock into fan of all fans, Moonbear says. Turn the large rock into take like half of it or so, or a little like 75% of it, and turn it into stone powder.
Stone powder, okay.
In the
Artisan table?
no, the little bowl thing.
No, the mortar and pestle or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Fan of all fans. Cool. Well, hopefully we can turn you into a fan of the channel as well. Or 7 Days.
Yeah.
Or Undead Legacy. Whatever.
Or motion simulators.
Or virtual reality.
That gets talked about a lot.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All things immersive. That is what we are built upon, for sure.
Except immersive zombie killing, because it's just too much.
This is
Yeah.
yeah. This is our release. This is well, it's all for fun. I can't say this is what we do for fun because we do it all for fun. Why are we so dug out this way? Are you planning an extension? What's your game plan here?
I was gonna take it out that far to get more clay, and B, just so that it's all on a level since it was uneven. I don't want them getting up or under or anything.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes
And
sense.
that was the purpose of that. It might have been a little bigger than I originally wanted, but I kind of
So you
just
almost can build a second base next there. You almost have
Yeah.
two.
well. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we will.
We'll see.
Because we're gonna need. I mean, we're gonna need more real estate, I think, than we have. Or do you think we can get?
Well, I designed it. I tested it out. We can actually double story. We can double stack the living area, so I can actually go another story higher on it if I bring it in properly. So I was able to fit almost everything in there.
What all did you
Can we
have
just
in
keep
there?
going vertical?
Yeah. Went vertical another level. Had pretty much all the benches and all that stuff. So yeah, I got it all to fit. Because my worry is if we go wider, then we get in that old thing of it's hard to cover everything with only us. You end up running back and forth, and it's like, ugh. Let's just stick with our original plan. We'll see how it works out. All right. Let me know when you're about to come in.
Okay.
It's raining.
Joe's back. Welcome back, Joe.
Welcome back, Joe. I guess I could be out here grabbing something while I'm standing here.
Dig for some clay. Grab some weeds.
Oh, I guess I could make some clay. You're just cutting out that whole... Basically this whole section here.
Yeah.
You're just digging
Looks
it.
like yeah. Yeah.
Digging it out, huh? Alright. I can work on my digging skill.
No, you just said, what did I miss?
Daryl crashed.
I crashed. Moonbear says everything.
Oh, airdrop.
Oh, fighting off Undead.
You're here? What?
Fighting off Undead.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're getting close. I can go grab that
Okay.
as soon as Daryl gets logged back in.
So from this working stiffs, kind of a department store, whatever it is,
Uh-huh.
I was able to get 97 cement.
Okay.
Pretty good.
So we've never actually been able to build our customized base in Undead Legacy. This will be the first time. Because it's a lot harder than vanilla to get stuff.
Oh, there's even more here. Okay.
Yeah, I guess those would be good. Okay, Daryl's here, obviously.
Yep. Yeah, there's a ton here.
No, your Joe says, wow, here 10 minutes and already going to be like that. Fit right in.
Yeah, Joe's our veteran. He's our resident veteran for sure. Kind of halfway I've been waiting for Smokey to find us, but I guess,
I don't think he cares anymore.
yeah, probably not. I guess I can go now, huh?
Yeah.
My OCD is saying I need to finish this row, though. Little help from your friends. Do you want the clay?
Yeah. Just put it in the box next to the table.
This box? Okay. Who gets the last hit? Oh, dang it, I missed it. Alright, put it in the box. 106, okay. Oh yeah, I think I just put it in the table, didn't I? No. Did you take everything out of the box?
No?
There's nothing in the box anymore, is there? Oh, there's two boxes. I see, you got one behind the other one. Alright. It's like, there was stuff in here before. There you go. Alright. Airdrop. Alright, going for the airdrop.
Roger, Dodger.
Jeff's our looter, but we've found that in this mod, the airdrops really aren't worth a whole lot.
Yeah, and it's so spread out. And I don't want to be a bottleneck.
Be proud of me, I'm not using the shift key.
Good job.
As soon as I get stressed again,
I don't
probably will.
see. Did Daryl get in?
Yeah, Daryl's here. He didn't join yet, though. He doesn't want to share his experience
Not
with us.
cool. Okay, there it is.
Okay. Looks like we're clear. I should put a looter goggles on real quick. Blueberry seed and some food bundle. So, there you go. Oh, and there's probably a gyrocopter right here. Nah, some bolts. I know I'm going to find a gyrocopter in a trash bag one of these days. Just know it.
That would be awesome.
Hello, fat man. Had to hit the shift key there to run him over. And there we go. Just running over zombies along the way.
Nice.
Know your Joe's saying something.
No, I just said ouch.
Oh.
Literally, that's with the 10 minutes you fit right in.
Okay, so queso. And we did get a chainsaw too, so.
Indeed.
Hey, where's our flag? There it is. Let's see, our flag needs to spawn in.
Yeah, it takes too much resources.
Yeah. Alright, I think I can carry... Can I carry all the stone? Let's see. Can I move? Can move very, very slowly.
You're encumbered?
Just a little bit. Come over here. Drop the stone. Jump up. Grab the stone. Don't let it slide off the ladder and go up. Our poor barn. It's all trash now. Death Race 2000. You got it. The original or the remake? I'm going to guess you're talking the original.
Both. Like them.
Frankenstein. Yeah, who would have known? Who would have thunk? Hey, do you
And
have
the original?
the blueberry?
Insane.
Do you have the blueberry recipe, Daryl? Blueberry seed recipe?
Hold on. I do have that one. I do not need it.
Okay. Use the mortar and pestle. All right, so you want to make stone powder out of the big rocks. And we want 460. I'm just going to go 470. 470. All right, crafted. And what'd you want out of the small rocks?
More powder.
Just all of it? All of it on that?
Leave a little bit in case we need it for repairs and stuff sometimes.
All right, 250. And that's how you make the mix?
Yeah, it's a big part of it.
Oh, I guess I can't do 250 on that. Oh, really? Oh, wait. Is that the... That's the big rocks. That's the little rocks. Okay. Let's go with 25. All right, there we go. Okay, that's being made. Thank you. Are you in the other town, Jeff?
No, I'm in our main one.
All right, I'm going to scrap the blueberry seed recipe. I'm going to put this food bundle in the food drawer. All right, and we are going to upgrade this table. Upgrade. Oh, it's fancy now. It's got a computer on it. We done got us a computer. We can play 7 Days to Die now.
Nice.
So, all right, cool.
I gotta kill the zombie, drop loot, iron chest armor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think that's one of my last pieces that I need. Okay.
Got a couple scrap helmets.
All right, so we were talking about electric fences. Let's see what that's going to take.
Yeah, I need that.
That's a switch. We need the fence. We need, just some more iron plating. All right, do you want me to learn the schematic for the iron fences?
Yeah.
All right. It's steel plating, iron plating. Let's go, what, 30? Sure, let's go 30. All right. Yep, Death Race original, of course. On board. There you go.
Sylvester Stallone. Those groovy cars.
The big lizardy looking one.
Yes.
Oh. what's his name? Machine Gun Kelly, I think.
I'd probably.
Something like that.
Yeah, this is so weird.
It sounds
Watch
like
it again.
I think that's what it was. Sylvester. All right. I just have this feeling there's a wolf or something close by, but
No, Joe. How long does it take to build the DIY motion platform?
that's a Jeff question.
How long would it take to build a do-it-yourself motion platform? I would say, like, if you were going to do something like a 60UF, whether it's a linear platform or a studio platform, Hexapod, the longest part is just to be securing all the parts, getting everything together. I think from beginning to end, if you wanted to try to do it as fast as possible, probably like 4 to 5, 6 weeks just to get all the equipment there. To build it, it's all just a matter of how much time you want to put into it, right? Because you are going to have to 3D print or have things aluminum. So 3D printing right there is going to take certain days.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to be doing stuff that's like 15% infill.
Yeah. Again,
it's
got to be robust.
Gonna be pretty solid. I'm not sure, but that website I sent to you, the SFX100 link.
Yeah, and I did put those in the description of the thing if you need them.
Yeah.
Joe, there in the last broadcast. They might
We'll
be in
have
this
that
broadcast
info.
too. I'm not sure.
But a do-it-yourself thing is going to be like if you've never built it before, it's going to be a lot of trial and error, right?
Yeah.
So it's like building your first race car. Right?
Just building a DOF reality is a lot of trial and error. Building one that you have everything to is not it's not easy.
Yeah, like if you bought a full 60OF linear platform, it'll probably take you a few days to put it together. I mean, there's a lot of freaking bolts. There's a lot of stuff that you have to put all together. But a do-it-yourself platform, I think the longer part is going to be getting all the parts, getting the equipment to put it all together, figuring it all out, trial and error, having things print wrong, putting it together, things not resized right, have to reprint it again.
Are you in this greenhouse that's where the direwolf likes to be? Nope, you're down this way. Hold on.
Me or Jeff?
Jeff. I'm looking for Jeff. I'm
No,
trying to bring Jeff his looter goggles.
Oh, no, I'm
Well, I'm getting close to you.
Okay, I see you. I'm just going up and down this thing like I was raiding this kind of working Sith Tools place over here.
Oh.
Actually, you can come out.
Sure.
Perfect timing.
Here's your, here you go. Try these on.
You totally look like a straight out of the Road Warrior
Yeah,
Mad Max
I know.
thing with all the metal.
I know. I hate the, I hate the aesthetic of the helmet. Not a fan of this helmet, but
it's
I mean.
pretty Wizard of Oz-ish.
Yeah.
I was thinking to say anything, but hey, if it protects you.
Tin Man. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it or not. Let's see here. I pull it up. I don't think it shows. Oh.
Yeah, you can't.
Oh, there you go.
You'd have to go to your.
There you go. Yeah, a little Wizard of Ozzy there. Oh, did you say you found a metal chest?
Neat? No.
Oh, I thought you found a metal chest piece. Rate your bike and make sure. Make sure you're not lying to me.
We got movement.
Yeah, that's probably my fault. Oh, I got him. It's a Devon.
Ah, okay. Oh, there's one coming up here too. Pippi.
Hippie's close.
No, Joe says, I wonder who here has a 3D printer. Jeff.
This is not me.
Then Moonbear says, are those cactus he is driving through?
No. I was driving through, I think, just branches probably is what you saw. There are cactus, but they're in the desert, and they generally hurt you when you touch them, so. Oh, hey, found something that's locked.
Actually,
Let's use a bobby pin for this one. Yeah, I mean, Joe, if you're really inspired to do a DIY, but I think you're gonna get your build on just fine with the DOF reality.
yeah. Most of the guys I have known that have built platforms like a do-it-yourself, actuator platform, usually it's a few months. Not like right away. It's usually
Yeah.
3-4 months to do it all.
I can't even. I mean, well, I guess we kind of did a little bit of DIY because half of mine is. Oh, you need a shovel.
Yeah, no, I got a repair kit.
All right. I guess I can help. I can get the clay, right?
Yeah, if you want to get one of them. I mean, looter doesn't matter on this. While they're mining.
I'll work on the clay stuff. Yeah, I mean, again, if you're really inspired, but I mean,
you can start real small. I mean, that's what a lot of people do. A lot of people do like a 3D UF, like just pitch, roll, and heave, right? And you go from there. My thing is always like, again, like I think in that video I talk about it a lot. It's like if you're not really sure, if you haven't done it before, start small and build your way up into it. The do-it-yourself stuff is almost more akin to if you would be the type of person that goes out and builds your race car and loves doing that kind of stuff from the frame up, things like that, loves getting tools, loves figuring things out, build it. If you're not really into building things like that, I would say it's mechanically complicated and want to deal with some of the frustrations that come with it, because there's going to be tolerances and tight tolerances you're going to have to deal with, especially on the 3D prints. That's when I say, like, if you don't want to deal with that, the DOF H3 is a great start. Shoot, I haven't built one. I'd like to build a Stewart platform one day. Just, and the funny part is not just with my wife sitting right next to me, she's gonna love this part. I want to build it not to really use it. I just want to build it just to build it. I want to learn how to build it. You know what I mean? Weird.
Gee, it sounds
because
unlike
I do think that
anybody that I know in this room.
I know. And then I could set one up as like racing, one as flight.
Yeah.
Ultra lazy. Yeah. It just the CFO of this corporation just denied my request.
Well, tell her she's wise. Wise.
But I did get a notification. I should be getting something soon from that you know about.
Yeah.
Just don't want to say anything, but yeah.
Yeah.
Some more videos coming soon.
Yeah, I gotta get cranking some. You mean for show?
Well, you and I just gotta sit down and do like the OpenXR thing.
Yeah.
I really want to sit down with you and like make sure like you have it running. I hear zombies.
Well, I mean, I've got the XR toolkit because I did that last night. I made sure I had that running. So OpenXR toolkit was working well with, not with the motion. I didn't even mess with the motion comp, but just to make sure I had it all working. It's 1800, by the way. Wow.
Oh, this is such a close shovel. If I would have hit any of this metal.
Who cares? We can kill him.
Yeah.
How many lives we got left? 3?
Don't have that many lives left.
Oh. All right.
Here we
coming.
Go. Okay, I'm leaving.
All right.
Well, there's nothing else here, right?
No. Did you get that last piece?
Because we need cement. Yeah, I got the last one. Awesome. I'm gonna head back because I'm.
Oh, you're gonna abandon me. I see.
No, you're here. Well, don't kill the stuff.
Well, it's XP, buddy.
No, but when you kill, you're not looting. See, that's the whole different philosophy I have.
But XP and fun.
You kill.
Which one you taking? Which one you want?
Let's get the.
Look, girl shouldn't take much.
Party girl.
Yeah, I got her bleeding now. All right, there we go.
Wait.
Oh yeah, you got that katana blade too. Why is he chasing me?
He just wants you, man.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, we got a lumberjack. Now this might get interesting. All right, I'm gonna set him up. You ready?
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna pop his head.
Zap him again. Can't hurt us if he can't move. That's why I love the stun baton.
This is awesome.
All right, I gotta make sure. Did we? All right, I gotta do this real quick though.
Okay, I'm gonna head back.
All right. And if I die, it's Jeff's fault.
Yep.
I got it.
That's the thing. I try not to kill because killing takes time, and time is being taken away from looting.
Time is money.
I am the ninja master looter.
Ninja.
All that matters is the loot.
Looks like Joe's saying something. So what? I got a question for you. Again, we
Yeah.
had that comment on our stream or the
That's right. I
post I
forgot to
had.
reply to that one.
The guy was asking because we were comparing H3 versus H6. What's your take on H3 versus Yaw 2? Let's see how you answer that one. For flight, I think you said for flight.
For flight.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay. The way that I would put it, like the Yaw VR. Well, if you're going with the Yaw VR, the original one, it's a little bit different than the Yaw VR 2.
No, this
right?
is the 2, not the 1. The 1 doesn't count.
Okay, so the 2 is a little bit harder for me to comment on, right? The 1 was definitely not something I would recommend just because of the size, and it was. Now the 2 should, I think, has better mechanics in it, so it's not going to slip on the wheels as much as the other one did, which will be good. The question always comes back down to, you know, what is it that you want to do, right? When you get Yaw VR 2, there is no expandability. You can't upgrade from the H3 to the H6. You can't upgrade from a VR2.
You can add the modules to the bottom, theoretically. Like that
you could
heave.
try to put it on like some other platform or something.
Well, like they're coming out with like that heave module. Oh, Devin's downstairs.
I haven't even seen it.
Well, I don't even know. I don't even know if that's still something they're thinking about doing, to be honest, because that was when they first announced it.
I don't. My take on this is this: the Yaw VR is a great family.
Oh, sorry, that was exciting. There's a head that fell off. I haven't done that in a while. Like it didn't just pop; it actually fell off.
The Devon, the Devon head kind of.
Yeah. Anyway,
sorry. Off.
So the Yacht 2
is a great family and kids orientated entertainment device for video games.
Okay.
However you want to interpret that.
So you don't think with that super negative pitch back, because this thing I think I missed the most in flight sims is being able to pitch back so far.
Well, the problem is, okay, so you can pitch back. How far forward can the Yaw V2 pitch forward?
Yeah, that's an issue unless you stack it.
It doesn't pitch forward. It barely pitches forward.
Yeah, because the feet thing hits the floor.
Because the feet thing is there, right? Yeah. So for flight sims, right?
Well, that's true.
Yes, you pitch back, but if you want to dive down or have that feeling of diving down, you're not going to have that feeling of diving down.
So you got to get the thing off the floor then, if you're going to even have a.
Yeah, so you have to do all this stuff.
Okay.
And I'm like, I mean, I like the idea of it, right? The Yaw VR is a great device that is positioned to go into many different family living rooms.
Okay.
To be an add-on accessory to console games or some basic PC stuff. But that's how I look at that device.
Okay.
It's an accessory for those types of things because it's like you don't have the expandability. It doesn't have the rigidity that you'd want. You start to get locked into certain things. I think it's a great device, but
sorry, Moonbear, you get a lot of this if you're gonna watch this channel, just so you know. Huh, Daryl?
Yeah, to me, yeah. All right. The last thing I'll say is
no,
once
keep going.
Down to 79, like $799. Once they start getting to the price point of a PlayStation VR, well, that's when I see that platform.
That's what I was just gonna. And they're unfortunately going the other way. It looks like. What I was going to say then is you're kind of equating the Yaw 2 almost to a console versus a PC. I mean, it's almost that flavor is what you're basically saying.
Yeah. It's to me, it's like an accessory you would buy for a console or something like that versus a motion platform, which is expandable up to 60 UF. You can mod and you can do a lot of different things with, like I said, the DOF platforms. And whether it's a DOF platform or an actuator platform or whatnot, to me, it's the thing of what is your expandability and how immersive can you make it, right? The Yaw first one had its issues. It was small. It was a good attempt. The second one, I just can't get over the fact that it doesn't pitch forward that much or that you have to lift it up.
Yeah.
Right. And it's like, so then it's like half pitch as a full roll. And then we always talk about it. Yaw is not a huge thing in motion simulators.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing that makes me laugh. They named it a Yaw too. It's like
It's one of the least used
Yeah.
axes. Unless you're like, people say, well, drifting. It's like, yeah, you can you'll do a lot of drifting. But if you're doing regular racing and whatnot, you don't want to be, traction loss isn't
If
something
you're
that's used a
spinning
lot.
380 or 360, that's a problem. I don't care what
Yeah.
kind of racing you're doing, going in
Yeah.
360 degrees.
And again, it's great on flight sims where you use your rudder pedal, but how much are you cranking the rudder pedal that hard?
Yeah.
Right. So it's like,
I could see it for helicopters. That would be a really cool
Yeah,
effect for a
it would be.
helicopter, but
you need to have that pitch forward so that you get that feeling when you pitch that helicopter forward when you're doing the initial go.
well, my issue
Right?
with it is you've got all your HOTAS, you've got how many cables plugged in, and you can't sit there and spin this thing 360 like
No,
over and
so
over
that's another
because you
thing.
got wires that not everything's gonna be wireless. And I don't know if they've got a hub. I think I'd heard they made a hub for it so you could plug into the base, and it was on some sort of, I don't know, mechanism that you could spin. But I'm like, I mean, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got at least 6 USB devices on that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, there's more than that, but so that's a lot of
I
plugs.
should send you a picture. So in front of my rig, I have 2 10-port USB hubs.
2 10-port.
And I have those each in kind of their own kind of containers just to make it look nice. It has air holes and stuff. I made it for it. Those control and switch between all the different devices, from everything from my racing to my flight to trucks to whatever you want to do.
Okay.
And then I have another, say, 5-port USB hub that does stuff for like my wind kit and some other stuff. And then I have my PC, which every single port is used, and I even ran external wires from the other extension motherboard sockets for my USB things and have them coming out of the sides, and those are all used.
Okay.
I think all in all, I have 27 USB devices on my PC right now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
But
So-
it's tricky to get it all to work. But once you do, don't touch it.
Yeah, exactly. Don't unplug and replug something.
But anyway, again, the Yaz is a very great accessory for family, kids, especially, and just something you want to have over there and not to deal with it. Just done. But if you want a motion simulator and want something to grow with, get something else.
So you'd say H3 over a Yatu then?
What's that? Yeah.
You'd say an H3 over a Yatu?
Definitely.
If you had a choice.
100%.
Yeah.
100% all day long. All day long.
I thought my thought was on the Yatu if they actually are still making the heave, because again we had the discussion about how important heave is already. Oh, Daryl, it's 21:30. Are you staying in the mine?
Oh, what do you know?
I thought I might remind that. We are out of circuit boards now, by the way, Jeff. Every electric fence needs a circuit board. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Affirmative.
So we're gonna have to probably go raid some electric shops. I've got 6 electric fences being made. So
Nice.
we got that. So
Excellent. Check the armor box, Mark. There's a number of things in there you might want to take a look at.
you did have iron chest armor. I thought you said you did. I thought you said iron chest
Yeah,
armor.
I mentioned something. Yeah, like loot. I don't know. I blurt out things when I'm looting all the time. I'm already on to the next box.
Did we chase you off yet, Moonbear? All our nerdy talk.
You said something about helicopters. Hold on. I'm fading, so.
Oh, okay. We might have to call it if Daryl's fading.
That's right. Yeah.
I hate to do that.
Oh my
Helicopters.
god, we have so much meat.
I know. That's why I'm like, food's not even a thing anymore. Like, which is nice. It's nice.
501 pieces of meat.
It's nice to be in that position.
And an unopened food bundle box.
Yeah, that was for Daryl, I figured. Or actually, you should probably open that with the looter.
I guess so, yeah. Okay, I'll pop it.
Might as well.
We got 2 steak potato meal and 2 blueberry pies.
Okay.
Ooh, steak potato meal.
All right, Daryl, what you got for? I guess I'm in here. I can actually read it. Let's see. Where are we? Know Your Joe, John Edward King.
Oh, sorry. You're repairing. You need.
Oh,
We don't have enough. We don't have enough steel.
I'm working on it right now. Iron or steel?
It looks like an iron. I'm not sure.
Here, let me pull it out and put it in this box. You should have enough now. That's exactly what I'm making. Go for it. You should have it now. Daryl's is broadcasting. Helicopters or cattle rustling? Yeah, and attack
Oh no,
helicopters.
you left your iron plate in there. You left
Oh.
your chest piece in there. That's yours.
I will take that. Sorry, I thought you meant iron.
No.
Yeah, I will take that. Oh, I need to repair it. That's what you're saying. Yeah, that's why I went down and made that. Okay. All yours.
Maybe.
Yeah, can we make circuit boards? Wait, circuit board. Hold on, we can. But what's it take? Oh, it needs chips and fuses. And a tier 3 workbench. Alright, we gotta find some circuit boards. Anyways, sorry, I was reading Moonbear. What's he say? Helicopters
Can we
or
make
cattle
circuit
wrestling?
boards?
Yeah, we can. They take a silicone chip and a fuse, it looks like. And a tier 3
Telephone
workbench.
chip.
So we don't have the tier 3.
I don't think I've ever seen a cell phone.
Yeah,
Maybe
we got a few silicone chips. I don't know where we found them, but we found a few. Okay, know your Joe. I really want to build it up so I can do helicopter flight. The 6 degree would be great for that. Yeah, it would. But I mean, do you really want? Again, well, we've had the discussion. Do you want to build it from the ground up, or do you want, do you want to just get an H6? Let's see here. And then helicopters are for cattle rustling. Helicopters are for all kinds of good stuff. Attack helicopters are for killing people. I can't say that. Wait, that's going to get me banned. Killing enemies. Bringing people to justice. That's the term. Yeah, there it is. So, I tell you, the helicopters in Flight Sim is. You can have some pretty fun in Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. The helicopters are actually kind of fun.
I know. I gotta
buzzing around the towns and stuff.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, to me, it's a thing of like when you go to your hometown.
Yeah.
And it's modeled, and yes, it's not always, but it's pretty close, right? And it's like just being able to take off from, like, say, okay, I'm gonna take off from my house. I'm gonna go down over where the gas station is. I'm gonna check out my work.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go down, wherever. Or just the thing of like, what's over that hill? I've never been over that hill. What's over there? You know what I mean?
Yeah, oh yeah. I landed.
It's just weird.
I landed a helicopter. Well, it was actually the drone. I don't know if you've seen it. It's that drone helicopter that you can fly. You actually sit in it.
Yeah.
I landed that in my cul-de-sac. And
Yeah.
our neighborhood's modeled really badly. The houses, because there's so many trees, the houses are all like melted and look terrible.
Yeah.
But it's still
the same with mine.
But it's still okay. Yeah, this is it. And then we have a real small lake in the backyard. In the back, it's a city lake. So I tried to land that A5, the Icon. I tried to land it in there, but there's not enough room. You can't get slowed down quick enough. I've skidded through that so many times. It's like ridiculous.
I had a lot of fun when that. I mean, I know there's a lot of controversy around because it was very arcade-ish, but the Pelican, the Halo Pelican. Did you ever fly that in Microsoft Flight Simulator?
Is that the one with all the rotors that runs a battery?
No, it came out right around the same time that they came out with the F-18 for the Maverick movie.
Tell me about it.
So it's you can go download it for free from them. It's the Halo jump ship from the video game Halo.
Oh,
right?
Okay.
Yeah. And it's called like the Pelican Halo jump ship, and you can download it. Microsoft released it. Now it's pretty buggy. Like if in one of my motion profiles, I have some information on some like the telemetry for both the F-18 and the Pelican and Microsoft Simulator are kind of hacked. Very arcadish, very spiky. Yep. Anyway, you should still check it out because it's fun. And yeah, I was able to land that in my backyard just to see like if it would fit, and it does. So I'm like, cool, sweet. I'm ready for a drop ship to come down, take me away. I'm ready to go. Let's do this.
Just call me Richard Dreyfuss, baby.
Exactly. I mean, and once you get a flight sim, I mean, everyone tries to land on their street or their house. I mean, that's the funnest thing. Right?
Well, I tell you what I've really enjoyed on that is the Maverick. I've enjoyed doing the go as slow and as fast as you can. That whole series of talent. It's just fun. I mean,
Yeah, it's just everything doesn't have to be hardcore sim all the time. It's just,
No.
it could be fun sometimes.
Yeah,
That's
I
right.
mean, because that's super cheesy. Like landing on the carriers, like whatever.
Yeah.
It's like takes
Blam.
nothing to
Yeah.
land on the carrier. Oh, I'm in the wrong floor. I'm like, where's the repair station at? So anyhow, how we doing, Daryl? Are you needing to call it? Are you getting sleepy?
Might be asleep in the mine.
He might be asleep. Oh,
I think we lost him.
we did lose him. I just glanced over. He's leaned back and he's gone.
Yeah, he's in the mine.
He's in
That's right. As long as he's not making noise down there, it's fine.
Actually, I think he's standing. Yeah, that's true. He's probably better off that way.
We should go down there and like scare him somehow. How do we do
Oh,
that?
that's
How do we
mean.
get there?
No, we don't.
What?
That's mean, man. We don't do that. You're gonna get called Steve. So you don't.
I'll
don't
dress up like a zombie.
Oh, Jeff. You're gonna lose your bro card. I'm just warning you. You're gonna lose your bro card.
I'm joking. I don't do that. Nice. Chaotic good.
Yeah.
Chaotic good. Remember?
Yeah.
I have what is it? Good intentions but questionable methods.
Yeah, that's become readily apparent over the course of our live streams.
Like I said, everything will be fine. Everything will be good. You just might end up with an arrow sticking out of your leg or something. Oops. Totally happened.
Did you just shoot me again?
No, everything's fine. Good. Don't worry about it.
I didn't see blood, so
Nothing happened. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh man,
Glitch.
I'm over
Glitchy
here
game.
trying.
Glitchy.
It is still an alpha. See, you complain about Star Citizen. This game's been an alpha for about 1 billion years too.
Dude, the moment I see a zombie just chilling out there on top of a fence, I'll agree with you.
Okay.
They might follow you to a fence, but they're not just chilling out on a fence.
I understand your point there. Point taken. Yeah.
All right. So are we calling it here?
Probably should. I think Daryl's gone. Joe, let's find out because I guess it's not morning yet. Joe, you got any last minute? You were Moonbear. I guess I'm over to reading here. I have to lean over. Sorry guys, because my eyes are really bad. Unless Jeff can read the comments easier than I can. I don't know. Do you have a side monitor? Nah, I got it over here. All right, we'll see here. Let's see. I believe our neighborhood. Wait. Killing zombies. Joe says, I believe our neighborhood just got updated with photo topography map. Nice, but not sure. Cool. Look it up on a map. Oh, don't they use Bing, right? Isn't that what
they use Bing? Yeah, but there are mods you can download that will switch it over to Google Maps.
Okay. I don't know which is better. Are they that different?
It's the thing of like a lot. I wouldn't say a lot. Most of the time, I see people that are like doing comparison shots show it looking better on Google Maps, and by better I mean a little bit more colorful, a little more depth to it.
Okay.
But I don't know if those are cherry picked images, and that Bing does other things better. So I'm not really.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I've been enjoying it. I was touring the Scottish it's the point of interest one with Scotland, and you're kind of that was magical. I enjoyed that a lot.
And I was flying around Sydney a lot, just kind of getting an idea of what that. I mean, that's the fun thing, just going to places you never would think you would go, and just flying around and seeing what it would look like.
Well, it's funny, when we go camping places, I'll go find it. Like I'll fly out there and like hover over it in a chopper or something, just looking at all the camp areas, and you can see how low the lake is when you're out there, because when they took the the stuff for the sim, it's like goes way farther upriver and stuff. It's kind of cool. Anyways,
can you imagine in 10 years when they come out with Microsoft Flight Simulator 2030 and it's like because they usually do it every 10 years and can you just imagine the photorealistic stuff and the AI generated? It's gonna be insane. It's not gonna be it'll be awesome.
We should be plugged in by that point. Should be Matrix
hopefully
style.
I'm retired by then. Play all the time.
Okay, let's see. Sorry, these guys are talking. Big Brother always watching me. Yeah, it's called Facebook. So true. Let's see. Is Daryl at your house? Yes, Daryl is our roommate, and he's literally about 5 feet away. Oh, he's stirring now. So,
It is alive.
Yes, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is. Yeah.
Ernest, it lives.
For a
again.
minute.
We're gonna call it. It's nighttime because you're
Yeah.
not gonna make it much longer. I'm just trying to catch through the stream and see. What is that book about? What book? Sorry, did I miss a book? What book did I miss? This is what happens.
I don't remember the book.
What does? All right. Know Your Joe asked, does anyone have any experience with the DOF Reality helicopter controls? I just have a HOTAS on mine. Mine's the Warthog. Jeff, you have a Verpal Collective, right? What do you want to know about it, Joe?
Like, you know, I used the HOTAS when I was with my helicopter and when I was doing helicopter sims.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people, I don't know if they have a new mount for this center thing. They keep revising it all the time with cool new stuff. So I don't know. It's hard for me to. The last H3 Igor sent me was around August of last year. But there's even revisions since then.
Does yours have the new double thick wheel stand, or is yours still like?
I have the double thick wheel port struts or whatever, the steering wheel sub struts. But I do not have the newer. What would I call it? The newer frame that has like the angled, like the angle support for that. What is it?
Joe's asking, better to go with the DOF version or Drift brand like for well, so DOF doesn't actually have any of the controls. They just have the plates and the mounts for those. You're going to end up doing a lot of custom building anyways, even if you go with a DOF. There's lots of brackets and things that have to be made. I don't know. How do you have yours mounted? Well, yours is on your other platform, so.
Well, for my current one, my H3, I just have like two HOTAS mounts. So there's like the HOTAS mounts and the joystick mount, but the HOTAS mount is basically that little thing that DOF sells where you can mount your throttle. I have that on my left for my throttle, my CH Products throttle, and then on my right, it's the same thing. It's just reversed, where I have my CH Products joystick on it, and those are just kind of like Velcroed down onto.
Did you hear that, Daryl?
Sections.
You hear did you hear how those are
Velcro?
attached?
Industrial strength Velcro.
Daryl might crawl through the screen and hit you.
Fine. It's okay. It's not my main rig. So.
That's true. So I'm a little confused here. Maybe you know this, Jeff. So
there's no Velcro on my other rig. It's all 3D printed.
Joe is asking. So Jeff, I don't know if this makes any sense to you. DOF wants like 1,400 for the helicopter control. DOF doesn't do controls.
Oh no, they have it. They sell accessories. So if you go to the DOF Reality website, like they sell. It's not from like DOF Reality doesn't make it.
Okay.
They sell a kit. But where is it? I know what he's talking about.
Okay.
You go down. It's the Pro Flight Inner Helicopter Puma X.
Okay.
Right now, they sell it. How that integrates with the DOF Reality platform, how you put it on there, I have no idea. It looks like it's a cool unit. It definitely is something that looks like it would be functional in there. My only concern with something like that is whenever I start to see like proprietary kind of stuff where it's all in one system, you're locked into that system.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, you know, like the like when I look at the collective and I look at the joystick, it's like if you don't like that joystick handle that they have on there, I don't know if you have options to change it.
Right.
But if you went like whereas Thrustmaster and Verpal have interchangeable connectors, you can change, the grips and have different base plates. The rudder pedals look all right, but I don't know what kind of rudder pedals those are, right? And so do you want MFGs, composites, or would you want to go with Thrustmaster TPRs or something else in terms of rudder pedals? I don't know what kind of rudder pedal that is. So the issue always comes into, you can buy this pre-made $1,500 thing, but I don't know how it's integrated. DOF Reality would have to help you with that. And then two, you'll be locked into whatever that is. If you don't plan on really going much far into it and you just want to have fun with it, go for it. But I always go, if you plan to really spend time and really want to do flight sims and helicopter sims for a long time, you'll probably want to invest in something that's more modular, so you can get exactly what you like from BKB controls or Verpal.
And I don't know. I don't know anything about that. I haven't even seen that. But my concern would also be, what do you you got to think, if you set this up exclusively helicopter style, you're excluding a lot of fixed wing stuff. So you kind of need to decide,
Yeah.
what you want your system to be, and you can trick it out to where it's totally equates to a helicopter system, but then what's that going to look like for your fixed wing and vice versa? But I mean, that's again,
Yeah.
make it however you want it. That's if that's what you like. But
Yeah.
I mean, I have a lot of fun just with my HOTAS, my Warthog, which is a side stick and throttle. But and then, like I said, Jeff has the collective, so
Yeah.
it's whatever you
I look
want.
at this as like someone was looking to buy or wanting to go get a helicopter's pilot's license, or wanted to have something that they are just focused on a helicopter or a specific helicopter type, and they don't want to mess around with other games and flight sims and stuff like that. I think this is a great solution, right? Where it's like I don't want to upgrade verbal gear and deal with different things. I just want it all in one system, so I can just get it going, so I can just start practicing the helicopter or flying the helicopter I want to fly. I think that's where that would fit into it.
Yeah, I mean, I would do some research. $1,400 seems like a lot, maybe not, but I would just do some research and just look for controllers, because there's a lot of specialty places that build those kinds of things too. So I mean, I wouldn't buy a system just because it says it bolts to it, because I mean, you can make anything bolt to one of these rigs.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, Joe, if you're trying to save not having to do some custom mounts for that, then you certainly don't want to try to do a home built simulator. You definitely want to go with a kit, because that's just the tip of the iceberg for what you have to customize. How you doing, Daryl? Are you good for another day, or are you done?
Oh yeah, they do have a new monitor, man.
It is 11.
I better call it.
All right, it just hit morning, so let's go ahead and get out of here before we burn the day away.
Roger.
So anyways, but yeah, I mean, I'll go ahead and I'll kill this and we'll finish up on each chats. But yeah, Moon Bear, thanks so much for hanging out. Like I said, we do this every Wednesday, and sorry, excuse me, that's that good dinner I had. So we try to do Random Game Wednesday every Wednesday. Typically, we do it about 3:30 Mountain Time U.S., and then we try to do some type of either 7-Day Sunday or Star Citizen Sunday or something Sundays at oh, hey, I totally killed the game. Sundays at 2 p.m. Mountain Time. So anyhow, let's see what else we got here. So let's see, how much would you sell yours for? I'm not selling mine. What are you talking about? My motion platform? You talking about his stick? What are you talking motion? Moon Bear wants to know how much we would sell ours for. So I don't know what you're talking about. What are you wanting to buy? Mine's not for sale.
More than what you would buy it for.
Yeah. You're not getting mine for even close to what you could buy a brand new one from, because we have so much customized stuff.
How much if somebody were to say, I love yours, what would
how much would I sell it for?
How much would I have to pay you for you to build that again for me?
That's a Daryl question. Daryl did the majority of the work. How much, if somebody off the street said, I want one just like that, how much would you charge them? Considering you got about say you got $5,000 in the kit, how much labor are you going to charge, plus all the extras? I mean, there's at least, my rig sitting there is probably about 7,000 by the time you figure the rig, the HOTAS, all that stuff, and not Daryl's custom. So how much extra? We're already at 7. What are you going to charge on top of that? See, Daryl's the one that built mine, so. You never know. Moon Bear might have millions of dollars, so you might crank it up to about 500,000. No, seriously.
No, I would probably say I would probably start at 10.
10 total or 10 grand extra?
10 grand total.
Okay.
But I mean, I don't know. That seems like it wouldn't be horribly out of line.
I wouldn't.
But it's a lot of time, and
yeah, I probably wouldn't sell mine for less than 15 grand. My H6, that would be an actual minimum as it sits there, because I just know all the customization that we put into it. Jeff, so I guess your baby would be your PT actuator, right?
How much would I sell it for?
Yeah.
like if I like everything, probably like if I were to sell everything that I had on it, probably $25,000 to $30,000.
Yeah. Yep.
Like I wouldn't want to let it go for less than that. Like
Yeah.
you know, like, you can buy buy the platform that I have for 15,000. Let me rephrase that. You can buy base functionality movement for 15. You still need to buy a P1X frame. You're about 16,000 there, and then you start getting all the little accessories and direct drives and pedals and all that other stuff. You know, that adds another 8,000 or whatever. But then you get in all the, like just the labor of just like you said, like the trial and effort of just building all the different things I've done. You know, like I've cut like down the SimLabs P1X keyboard tray specifically so it would fit to an 82 key keyboard, so it's smaller. Why? Because that way it doesn't extend out as far from the platform, so when it's moving it's not as much momentum and leverage, and therefore the keyboard stays in place. So it's like little things like that, tons of little 3D prints. My collective mount is all custom made out of aluminum that I made in terms of just drills and cutting. So it's, you know, the belt, you know, tower, the motion compensation stuff, even the monitor mount is all custom made out of like aluminum extrusion of like 1500 or almost 1600 millimeter extrusion, so that it has enough width and whatnot to allow the platform to move and support a 49-inch ultra wide.
Yeah,
these are adding, like you said, it's like it's not the material cost. It's like just the sweat and labor and the tears and the blood and the figuring out and the frustration of just getting it all to work.
And the joy of getting it right and going, yes, this is exactly what I want. I mean,
it's like a race car. It's totally race cars.
How much is shipping? That's your problem. you figure that out. You come to the house and don't forget to hire the guys to get it out of the basement. I mean,
when I sold my H6, shipping was $1,500 to ship across country.
Yeah, I believe that. Well, I think it's I don't remember what I paid. I think I paid $600 in shipping just to get the original H6. That's from Ukraine. And then I think just the gearboxes were, I want to say $300 just to ship me gearboxes and that upgrade kit. So, yeah, shipping. Where are you? Where are you, Moonbear? That's the other question. So.
No, Joe says 15,000 for marks.
At least, I mean, we'd have to sharpen the pencil.
The other thing I would always warn someone too is like, say like they buy your race car, right, and they get your race car and they're out on the track, and the first time it's around, like the injectors aren't working. What are they gonna do?
Yeah,
right. And it's there's an element of building or putting together your motion platform, whether you buy it or whatnot. So you know how it works. That's just me. But you know me, like we're racers, so I'm like, I'm like, you need to work on your own race car. You need to know how your race car works to be able to like get the best performance out of it.
Well, that's the thing.
Huge reason why.
That's the thing for me. I know that this thing was put together where Daryl was meticulous about every bolt. I mean, I'm ridiculous. So every bolt, if you look at the writing on the bolt, you'll notice that every bolt on mine faces the same way. So if you have a series of bolts and they have writing about, that's
Daryl,
me.
That's OCD.
That's me.
OCD.
He has to deal with this.
Yeah.
Is that you, Mark?
Yeah, that's me.
Mark.
That's me.
Okay,
but Daryl does it for me because he knows that's how meticulous and particular I am. So
but so are you using crush washers? Because then I can start to make an argument by doing that you might be using inaccurate force across all the different bolts.
Doesn't matter. I don't have to look at the inaccurate force. I have to look at those bolts not being lined up. There's certain accommodations my brain will allow.
Well, if you think about it, you hold the bolt head in a specific spot, and then you tighten.
I guess you just hold it there. I could see how you do that.
Yeah, you don't want to turn the bolt anyways. Then you chew up all the rubber material under it. You have to, you put the bolt in, then you just tighten the nut. You don't ever tighten the bolt.
I would say you took it to a whole other level by saying all the bolt writing is the same direction. I have not heard of that.
Mm-hmm. That's this guy.
A little scary.
Yeah,
but
you
should
cool
at the same time.
That's me. I am.
It starts to move into the category of like those classic cars that are like literally like mirrors underneath that you're like, okay, you can't really drive this.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean,
it's like you use your motion platform, one bolt just cranks to like a half rotation, like stop.
No.
Go
No,
back in there and fix that.
there's as long
That's
as
awesome.
your visual scan of it and they all look aligned, it's fine. You don't have to like
Yeah.
clock it to where okay it's 2 degrees, but it has to visually when you look at it, all the writing is the same
Oh,
way.
trust me, dude.
All the zip
I
ties are zip tied the same way because you can
I
flip a
know.
Z tie. All the zip ties have the the collar comes a specific way and the pull through is the same way. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I
that's
try
neat.
to get that crazy as well, and
So-
but
And
hours
here's
spent.
like so Moonbear saying perfection just the way I like a perfection, right? It's I could actually go through and tell you all the imperfections wrong with Mark's.
Yep.
Like as OCD as Mark is and how we did everything, like there are little intricate little okay, that's not there. That does that does
Yeah.
that.
You can't ever have it
Something's just
perfect.
yeah,
And then
something's not perfectly aligned.
and then even when it's perfect, just like when we had the arms bent. So now you've got some scrapes on the motor housing because wasn't anything we did. I mean, the arms bent and it scraped itself up and that's just race, that's race tested, race
That's
proven right
racing.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's to me is the cool. That's really
Track
how I look at it.
track
It's
tested.
like a race car. It's like just like it's in addition to race car. It's like you need to make sure you keep it in tune, right? You just
Mhm.
don't get on it every day and just not expect something to happen later
Yeah.
on. You need to go through and check the bolts and make sure everything's tight. Why? It's a freaking motion simulator.
Yeah.
So, it's shaking, it's doing all kinds of stuff. You don't really have a lot of those things like in your house, right? And so it's like you need to go through and do that. You need to make sure that, that if you need to grease anything as well, that it's not drying out and starting to rub or make weird sounds and
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. And like Daryl said, it's like the imperfections, but you got to be aware of those so that you don't do stuff to the platform that
Yep.
might cause that to break or something
Mhm.
like that.
Well, like I said, I still
But
think
yeah.
my H6 is the best one in the world because of just all the coolness that we have and having the extra degrees in it that we worked hard
Yeah.
for it. We worked really hard to get that extra degree. I mean, it's what 2 degrees more and how much clearance? I mean, oh my God, I can't even tell you how much work went into it. It's like, oh,
That's a huge thing, right? That's why I'm always like very cautious of saying like, oh, well, actuators are like everyone should get this or everyone should get that. It's like if you're having fun, have fun, right?
Yeah.
It's if you like your platform, stay with your platform. If you don't like it, get something else. If you don't like any of them, sell them. Right?
Yeah.
It's just like it's that whole thing of have fun with it, and I will always remember all the fun I've had in every version of all my platforms.
right.
Right. And it doesn't make like the great memories I had with my original P3 less than when I had with my P6. And the same thing less than with the, it's like they're all great memories. It's all a matter of like how much you really want to invest your time into it and money because it is, it's like any hobby.
Well, Joe's starting to scare me here. He says maintenance. Who needs maintenance? LOL.
When you buy another, like
scared me, Joe.
Lighter,
You're gonna
big
build
lighter motion platform.
He's gonna
get a disposable one.
He's gonna DIY it. It's like, oh no. So I would. So here's the question. I'm just. So it looks like Moonbear has about $1 billion. He must be a, one of those. What are the Nigerian princes that have? I can't remember the emails.
If someone has that money, when I direct them to like Cubic Systems or Vario or something.
That's what I was going to say.
It's not going to be a good value for money, but you'll get taken care of, and you want to deal with a lot of stuff.
So if money is no object, what would you if you won the lottery tomorrow?
Object right now today.
Yes.
And like I won the lottery, and I wanted to get a whole bunch of motion platforms. I'd honestly still go with what I have, my PT actuator platform. I'd buy a whole bunch of those.
Okay.
If I didn't, but that's me, and I know how they work. Now, if I was just
if you were new,
had no clue about motion simulators, I'd probably buy a Cubics thing.
Cubics.
They seem pretty solid.
Texas TO, LOL. Yep. Sorry.
But like PT actuators as well is like it's. You said it's like it's hard to beat the extrusion linear platforms. The only thing that is better to me than that is a hexapod platform that is made out of aluminum, that has an aluminum extrusion cockpit. The only thing that I would be ever consider liking to. But you still run into that problem. If one actuator dies, your whole rig is done.
Right.
If I have a linear platform, one actuator dies, I can go, well, I'll pull up the surge and I'll have it be my other one, vertical actuator, or I could turn it into a 3 actuator platform, right? Or whatever configuration I want to do. Or one day I go, I don't want a motion platform. I have a P1X SimLabs racing, cockpit. That's always the hardest thing for me to do with hexapods is like you're very limited. You have a lot of motion. You're very limited in what you can do outside of that, right? And you can still achieve the same motion in a linear platform, but now you have all these options.
Right. They're just a lot bigger. I mean, that's the thing I don't like is they're just
bigger.
They're bigger.
No, man. I still really I have to make an argument over like, yes, my platform is bigger than say than the P6, but it's not that much bigger than say, other platforms, right? Than say a hexapod of the same stroke. Like if I got a 150 millimeter or 200 millimeter stroke hexapod motion platform, I think it'd be as big, if not slightly bigger than what
it's certainly
in terms of footprint.
Taller. I mean, those things
are
ridiculously
taller, and you need to have that space. So again, that's another advantage of a linear platform.
Yeah,
is you don't have that initial height requirement of some hexapods. It all depends on how you design it. That's why it's like you look at the cubic systems, they kind of have a low slung, very much like the DOF Reality cradle, right? So you don't get those issues of really high strokes, but they're also not pushing high stroke, like 400 millimeter, 500 millimeter that you see sometimes. But my opinion on that, or you can watch the old video.
Yeah, exactly. For sure.
Anyway, like I said, I could talk for this forever.
Oh, we always do. We ought to at some point just do a podcast. We need to get people, but we ought to just do this.
Just do a weekly podcast.
Yeah, just
come on with their questions and we just rant.
Just rant for an hour.
Sure.
We ought to. We seem to be doing it during our game days anyway. So, what's your opinion, Daryl? What do you think? You think we get anybody to listen to a podcast? Jeff and I did.
Ask questions about any.
I don't think it's about people listening. I mean, it's about putting it out there. I mean, I think Joe would listen.
Yeah. So what Daryl's saying is nobody would listen. Joe would be here. That'd be just like this.
It's like a niche hobby. A niche hobby of a niche hobby.
Sure.
Of a niche.
No,
there's like 80
I don't know. I think that maybe a lot of people on like the motion builder stuff might be interested in something like that. Yeah. I don't know. It's something that like, let's say somebody ordered a motion platform and they just put it on for background information.
That's hot. It's just info. It's historical data.
That's true, and that way it's always there if somebody needs it.
I mean, even my my YouTube channel was never like I want to make it huge. It was like here's what these profiles should look like, so that if they don't look like the same to you, then there's something wrong. Right. And that's always been like, that's what I love about, like, if we did a podcast, it'd be like very much like call in or what are the questions, and it's just all informational, that people would want it. But
it'd have to be, it'd have to be this crew, because Daryl would have to be moderator, because you and I get so deep into this crap that Daryl would have to be able to break in and be like, okay, here's the next question, guys. Let's keep it rolling.
People that want to talk to you.
There's about 20,000 other questions. So it would definitely have to be this crew. Maybe we'll try it one of these days. Maybe we'll throw something up on the builders forum.
Just do what we're doing here, and people
maybe
ask questions.
There's that too. Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll talk about that. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we can see if anybody's interested. I know Igor wanted to do something. He was trying to do something with me and Dave, but that just has never materialized. So maybe, we could get some celebrities here too. In addition to Jeff, we can get the owner of DOF Reality. We know these guys, so it's not like it would be just
interesting,
me.
To do those things and just, I'm always game. Right. I love talking about it. I love figuring out. I love learning as well. So I like people's thoughts and what their opinions are. And, everyone has their own,
like lining up
everyone has their own flavor.
Writing on the bolts.
Yeah, you got to be crazy.
That's awesome.
That's me, dude.
That takes a whole new level.
That's me.
I'm like, what can I do to match that?
That's what I did on the race. My race car was the same way. I did the same thing on the race car with a little more leeway, because obviously it was very important that everything was torqued properly on that thing. But no, you could go through it and everything was. I mean, that's just the way I am.
Yeah, like one of the things, like I said, like on my main platform, I don't use Velcro, but it's the whole thing of like I have this philosophy of like it has to look factory.
Yeah,
right?
Agreed. Exactly.
And if it doesn't look factory, then it just doesn't look right. And as I look at my platform, I got some work to do.
So you got to invite Daryl over. That's what's so cool about Daryl. He knows all about these, the rivet nuts and all the little tricks that a factory piece would have because that's how they would
Yeah.
do it. And it's just so cool when you get all this stuff and it's like, oh, it's so well put together. It's so awesome. But
All we need to do is find a venture capitalist, right?
yeah,
Start business.
well, we got one. We got
North America.
Moonbear's here. Obviously,
Hey,
And then
if someone knows some venture
Texas
capitalists that's willing to put up, quarter to $500,000.
Black gold.
yeah, Joe at least thinks he's got plenty of money. So the birth, what is this? It's
Was
still
the
May
startup?
31st. The birth of the new company, Jeff Weaver Simulators.
Keep throwing out number now. What would it be? Getting your game on. Game on simulators.
JMD Simulators.
But
Jeff,
yeah,
Mark,
like I
Daryl.
said, it'd be interesting. We need to find the right, like I said, a venture capitalist or something like that, or someone that would want to really put into it. We just need to find that one person that has a motion simulator that's got way too much money.
Yeah.
They're out there.
Well, see, we got
Quite a few of them.
Moonbear, but he's disappeared. He's not chiming in anymore. So I think we scared him off. So
Well, when I start throwing out numbers,
Yeah,
like 6 digits, people start going, "Huh,
look, all
500,000,
the
$500,000?" I was
all
like,
the
"That's
views are
maybe
going away.
a start."
Yeah, I'd say
Like if I
$500,000, right?
1.5, I'd be 1.5. I could start globally.
We don't need to start globally. We can start in the U.S. So, what do you think? What do we need?
Yeah, I
$500,000 for my salary for the first year?
Salary would be fun. Wow. It'd be like mainly like, are we surviving on food?
Just
Whatever.
as we
But
scared him off.
yeah, it's the whole thing. Like, what would I think it would cost to start a motion simulator company? Like I've always said, it comes down to finding the stepper motors and the controllers. Now, I know some people, so the controllers aren't going to be that issue. It's
No.
always the stepper motors and like servo drives that go along with it. Now, say we secure those, and there's a certain amount that would need to go to capital to be able to put all that into there and get those, along with securing, the fabrication, the plant, or a place to do that, the extrusion, because it's like I'm only going to build them out of aluminum extrusion. Sorry.
Well, unless Daryl makes a custom thing.
Yeah.
Oh, and we also got to work in a finder's fee though for Joe.
Oh yeah, Joe wants his finder's fee. Well, you better get Moonbear
we could
back.
do something where we do like custom brackets and stuff like that. To kind of build
See,
it all out.
you don't know Daryl enough to know. So all the things that you like about aluminum extrusion, he's going to figure out a way to incorporate that into some proprietary, awesome looking rig.
It is, right?
I'm just telling you, that's what he
It's gonna
does.
be tricky. It's gonna be a hard sell. Like if that can happen, because again, the modularity of it is just so insane. It's hard to.
I
but
like the
again,
modularity of extruded aluminum. I just don't like the look of it. I don't like the blocky rigidity of it. Like the blocky.
It doesn't have
I get it.
style. It doesn't have any style. It's just
But
blocks.
that's what lends it. I know it doesn't have the style, but it's because it's 100% functionality.
right.
That's the beautiful thing about it. Right
So-
now, there are the motion platforms you can go and spend 30,000. No,
Yeah.
we could do that, but again, if I was going to do a motion simulator company, it's for the little guy that wants to buy an awesome actuator platform for $4,000.
But why couldn't we have a base that has some style to it that still can incorporate some of the functionality of the aluminum
so what we do is
extrusion?
we have two modes, right? We have the base, like sort of like what a Lamborghini does or Ferrari, or even like say Corvette or whatnot, where we have our base models. Then if you're a specific clientele that really wants a really nice rig, we could do that for you, and it would use the base functionality of all of our hardware, but then it would be custom created by our in-house designer Daryl.
The Daryl
who will work
signature
with you on a
series.
specific, and that way it'll be a blending of artistic
Form and
creation
function.
with functionality. And then like I would say, like think like what do you call it, like West Coast Customs,
Yeah.
or Gas Garage or whatever it is. All those shows, it'd be like kind of style where it's like, okay, you need to make a theme
Yeah.
motion simulator for like Pepsi. Awesome. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, you could do that. There's those clientele that want to pay it, but my always focus is always going to be expanding and growing the community. Like, I don't want to do super expensive. To me, a motion platform that's more than $8,000 is too much. Sorry, and
Yeah.
and they need to be even less than that. Like
Yeah.
I really, if there's a way to get a 60 UF motion platform out there that was solid and good for $5,000, that was using actuators and whatnot, I think the possibility is there. It's the matter of the sourcing the material and becoming very efficient with the with the production.
Yeah.
So therefore, it's like, what kind of capital do I need? I would initially guess 500,000, but I would have to really sit down and figure out the sourcing and the warehousing and all that stuff. That's what's fun about businesses, right?
Yeah, can be. It can
Stress.
be. So,
Or you just kind of treat it as a hobby and you figure out how to make your own and you don't have to worry about all that.
yeah, but I don't know. I'm like you. I want to expand it. I want more people to experience this because it's so amazing. So, I'm with you on that.
That's what I mean. I just need an investor that has all the money. I could just tell them what to do. And
Well, we have our first, I guess, focus group. So Joe says he would like to see a 2,999.95 cent for 60 OF. Well, sorry, we can only do it for 2,999.99. Sorry, Joe, we can't do it for 95. It's no. So that's, and that's a fair price point. We're buying headsets now.
It's like that's when you start to get into like there are advantages. One of the advantages to a 60 OF hexapod system is you don't need to use 7 actuators. You can use 6.
Yeah.
Right. So there is a cost saving there. The motion platforms, it always comes down to, the cost is, there's the fabrication cost, there's the aluminum cost, but aluminum is getting cheaper. This is what DOF is dealing with in terms of how they put together the aluminum, their tubing and how they're reinforcing it, et cetera, et cetera. It's all just a matter if you can find the electronics and how much of an overhead you want to charge. Most platforms have an extreme amount of profitability built into it. They just don't sell that many units.
Yeah, they're on the big per sale versus large volume and make a little on each one. So Joe just reiterated the famous racing adage in drag racing that we've had forever. He says he's already figured out how to end up with a small fortune making DOF platforms. Start with a large one. So that's the old adage in drag racing. How do you make $1 million in drag racing? Well, you start with 10. Start with 10 million, and you'll make that into $1 million real quick. We've seen that happen. I've personally witnessed this happen. Daryl has witnessed that exact thing as well. So
and then so it's all of that, right? So, but you and I, it's like, to me, it's not about money anymore. It's about whatever, just having a good time for the rest of my life, and that's what everyone else should be doing.
Yeah.
So if it's gonna be fun, I'd be into it. If it's not, I'm like, no, I don't want to be a part of it.
Yeah, I hear you.
Done that.
So we'll see. So if we get any big investors watching this, you can just email me. The email's in the channel, and we'll be off and running. You've got the best in the business right here with Jeff, and you got the master fabricator.
If any of the current manufacturers want to figure out how to do that,
it's coming. It's just a natural progression. Look at when we were younger, nobody even had steering wheels. We're all using mouse and keyboard.
And that's the beauty of the DOF reality platform, right? It opened up the door.
Yeah.
Right. It really did. And it was a threat, and a threat to D-Box. They saw it, and so they're starting to kind of come up with new tech, as well as the threat to SFX 100. Right. So it's a neat time in motion simulator world where it's like there is actual movement and a catalyst to make it grow. It's all a matter of like, does it keep creeping up, which I'm scared about with DOF reality, because what they used to cost just 4 years ago is a lot different than what they cost today.
Yeah, no, I've seen that too. It's like, they are.
What is an H3 go for right now?
H3 26. I think was 20. I think they got them right now on sale for 21. So they always have that sale deal, where it's 26 and then it's on sale for $21.99 or whatever.
$21.99. Because I think they used to be. I know they used to be under $2,000.
Well, you can go back and I could. Well, I'm doing. You can go back on my video. I did that video 2 years ago, and it was like, I've got the website, so I scroll up and down the prices. You can see what it used to be.
Yeah, and where I'm going with this is that I get that there's increases in manufacturing, increases in gas, the economy of the world and whatnot, and prices are going up. My counter argument to that is like, yes, but what technology is being added and done at a root level to make sure that the prices go down over time so
Right.
that you can increase your customer base.
Well,
right. And so the answer to more platforms isn't a $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 platform. It's figuring out how to get it from 5,000 down to 4,000 down to 3,000.
yeah. And I think what this is just a total guess on my part, but what you're probably going to see with DOF is the same thing you see with every other company. They get successful, they start to make a better product, but then they raise the price, which will open up the door for a potential newcomer to come in at a lower price point. I mean, that's how DOF got in there in the first place anyways. So,
Yeah.
that could potentially, now I don't know if DOF would do that. They may also realize that their market is not the top tier and they might continue to strive to cut costs, but they very easily could go along the way of all the others, because the thing is, all the other motion platforms are getting more expensive too. So they're just kind of riding the wave, of everything's getting more expensive. But at a certain point, there's going to be an opportunity for a newcomer to come in and do it cheaper.
Yeah, the biggest thing I could think that DOF Reality could do to solidify their going forward for a long time is to convert and figure out how to convert those motors, the SFU and everything into their own basic actuator platform.
Yeah.
Right. And people can say that's there, but again, the fact remains is it still has the issues of those particular motors.
Right. Which is what allowed them to be at that price point anyway.
It's so close.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's why you love your platform. It's like, who am I to say that everyone needs actuator platforms? I've had the differences and what I think, but I like vanilla ice cream.
You're Jeff Weaver. You've had experience, and you've had more experience in these than any of us. So
yeah, but it's all relative, and it's like I always try to argue with everyone. It's like never. I will always remember those great experiences in my H3, right? And that doesn't make it any less fun than when I have my, $15,000 motion platform.
Yep.
It's all a matter of, like drag racing. Does someone that's racing pro stock have a lot less fun than someone that's racing top fuel and later?
Yes. But in both camps, yes, Jeff. No, actually, the pro stock guys actually probably have more fun.
The pro stock guys have a lot more fun for a longer period of time.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Top fuel eliminator only have fun for about 3.9 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. But what a 3.9 seconds it is.
Don't get me on the rant of quarter miles and all other stuff. That's a whole other talk.
Oh, this might be the end of our friendship.
The 1,000.
Are you a fan of the 1,000? Are you a fan?
No, it's quarter mile or nothing.
Okay, we could continue.
Okay, that's what I was going to say.
I was
the idea of 1,000-foot drag race. It's the stupidest thing ever.
Everything from the beginning of man has been a quarter mile, and you're going to change it. Okay.
Just build giant, kind of skateboard ramps at the end.
Yeah. Well,
I know the issue. I know the issue, and I know the physics problem of it all.
No, but still,
come on.
Yeah, no, that's when I started losing my passion slightly for it, and then when they started going to the four wides. Oh
yeah,
that just drag racing and its core for me was always about no second chances. You had to be 100% perfect for that point in time, and if you took second, you were out. And now with the four wides, you could take second place for the first two races, and then you can win the race. And it's just so counter to everything I believe in drag racing.
So it's just stuff like that.
Welcome to Drag Race.
1,320 feet, and that's it. Just everyone.
Okay, we can continue. We could continue to be friends. We can continue to be friends. I was a little worried. That was close.
One NHRA race.
Oh yeah.
Is NHRA still around?
Yeah.
I haven't seen.
They are, but they're. Yeah.
not quite doing well anymore.
They've been riding it into the ground, and it's now up to its knees. So it's
sad.
We'll see.
There was a pretty big heyday back in the 80s and 90s. But
I was
it's
privileged.
Like NASCAR.
Yeah, I was privileged to be in it when it was pretty. I wasn't in it with the 70s with the big, the snake and mongoose and all that. But I was in it with this new revival, and we really got corporate involvement. I was out there in that, and it was pretty special. So.
Awesome.
For sure.
Well, hey, if you raced in Pomona sometime in the 80s, I might have seen you.
Yeah. The 80s. I was at a few races in the 80s.
You might have been too young.
I was out there in 80.
Because you were in the 90s, right?
Yeah, I was out there mostly in the 90s where I was actually working.
90s, that's right.
But all that stuff. But yeah, loved it. Still still so many memories of Pomona. One of the best memories ever was so at the end of the year, Worsham's Dale Worsham, who we knew pretty well, they had a party and they had the Nitro Rita mixer, and it was a nitro engine powered margarita maker. Um, it was the coolest thing. So it was only for the teams. It was the end of the year celebration, and all the teams were invited. And the year I finally actually got to go to that, like actually not just be a fan and go, oh, well, that'd be fun, but actually was invited to the party. That was so cool. You know, it's just the stupid nitro engine with.
But just you saying that, it's just
it's so crazy.
It reminds me of like you said nitro, and it's just like I haven't smelled like nitroglycerin like top fuel in your drag strip fuel like it's so long, and I just miss that.
It comes back. I mean, it's it's amazing. So anyway, so what do we?
So anyway, I know we keep going on forever.
Yeah, then I'm waiting for Daryl to jump in here, but I think he fell asleep again.
Are we streaming?
Daryl's been privileged enough to even be over on he was on the NASCAR side. He worked for Joe Gibbs Racing, so he's one of the big boys. He actually has a world championship NASCAR ring. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, we got some real hitters around here. So it's kind of cool. So we're the legit. So
you got to check out that video I sent you of the quarter mile, the Seta Corsa 68 was a 68 Chevy Nova.
Yeah. I even put that in the link on the last one too. So, sorry, Joe. We're bench racing now. When you get old racers bench racing, it always goes south. So our DOF motors are always under a load. DOF motors always under a load.
Not really.
No.
I mean, it depends on how you look at it. Like some are pushing up and some are pulling down. When everything's perfectly balanced, it should be fairly balanced, right? Shouldn't be doing.
They do constantly do micro adjustments. So you don't want to leave them on because they can overheat just from micro adjustments constantly, but they're not really under a load per se. So
always turn them off. Yeah, they'll get hot otherwise. Because when you're out of your rig, the rig's no longer balanced.
Right. That's true. So
or
if you had a really big lunch, you no longer have any balance. If you had a big lunch.
Exactly.
I really like. Let's see. Joe's saying I used to really like drag racing. We'd go to drag boat races too. I never got to a drag boat race. But
they have them out here, Columbia River.
Yeah, I was fortunate enough to meet Eddie Hill. That was a pretty cool deal. We actually got to go to his shop, and he actually invited us to his house. And I was like a kid in a candy store. He had all the old, his old photo albums and stuff. Like when he was coming up. I'm assuming you know who Eddie Hill is, right? If you don't know who Eddie Hill is, he was the first one to ever go in the 4-second range. Not the first NHRA driver to ever run a 4-second, but he was the first ever driver to run 4-second quarter mile. But we got to go to his house, and I'm going through his photo albums. He's showing me like his, 4-wheel drive dragsters and all. I mean, it was like I was like a kid in a candy store. I couldn't believe,
I bet
it was one of those things where you're like, this isn't real. This isn't happening. But yeah, it really did. So it's kind of cool.
That's cool. Yeah, no, it's just the old school racers are just.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember like the 4-second barrier. Who's gonna do it? I remember when I know our old rumors, but I remember when the first computer controlled things were coming out.
Oh yeah, Armstrong
black boxes. And
yep, that's when Armstrong came out with Kenny Bernstein. I was a huge Kenny Bernstein.
Yeah, Kenny Bernstein. That's it.
Huge Kenny Bernstein fan.
I was a huge Kenny Bernstein fan as well. Yeah. Oh my god, my father was too.
Yeah, just really. I mean, you just never wanted to meet him because he definitely would disappoint you in real life. But he.
Yeah. And then John Force.
Yeah.
I always loved him. Just how crazy he would get.
Yep.
Shirley Muldowney. Oh my god, I'm looking them all up right now.
Yeah, I was fortunate enough. I met Shirley Muldowney. I met Garlitz. All your childhood dreams. Just it's like, this shouldn't even be broadcast. Everybody's like, oh bullshit, but it's like. Yeah. Brenda always says I'm a big liar, and it's like, this stuff really happened. But sometimes you hear yourself saying things. You're like, oh, that sounds like bullshit. So, but I have pictures. I have pictures to prove it. So anyhow, it's kind of cool. But.
That's right. I remember the big thing with Kenny Bernstein. He's in Funny Car and went to Top Fuel too, or something.
Yeah,
like that.
He was the king of Funny Car forever, and then he was the first to break 300. So Gainesville. And
drag racing's so cool, and it's so sad because it's like stupid electric vehicles are going to clear them out.
Well, and they've neutered it so bad. I mean, it's like they've done so much to neuter it. It's the
Yeah.
coolest thing about drag racing for me coming up was always you're always pushing the boundaries, always pushing the limits, and then they just because of insurance and stuff, they had to manage the speeds. They couldn't
Oh
just let
yeah.
them go hog wild anymore. So
Yeah, it
it's
was
like,
too. It became too dangerous.
yeah,
But there's some. Have you seen the electric drag racer?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
They're actually
So they're getting there. You
fairly
can see them
impressive.
starting to get up there.
They're fairly impressive. You know,
But I don't know. I'm old school like you. I need to hear the
yeah.
V8. I need to feel it.
See, I'm not even a jet car guy. I mean, jet cars are cool, but it's like you're not earning it. You're sticking a jet engine that doesn't require traction to go down the
Yeah, it's
track.
just
It's like you gotta earn that. So that's where
you gotta
Top
earn it. It's
Fuel's
all this other
always
stuff.
been my thing. I always love Top Fuel because they're the
To feel
fastest,
the top fuel,
quickest.
just the ground pounding,
Oh
just
god,
the
yeah.
ground pounders themselves, and just when you feel them come and you feel them drive by,
Yep.
it's just the noise you hear, the feeling you get. It's just nothing like it.
So
It's just
that's the one thing I will say was cool about going to a four wide was that, and again, I hate four wides from the concept of it, but that just internal rush. For anybody that's never been to an NHRA drag race, a national event where the top fuel cars are, you have to go once, even if you're not into cars. Go once because I've never seen anybody because we used to host people and do hospitality, people that never even knew what a car was. Nobody ever walked away going, "Oh yeah, all right, that's all right." Everybody, their jaw drops, and
it's not the same. You can't
Yeah,
get that feeling from TV. Like,
Yeah,
even if you watch
not
like
even.
NASCAR or other racing,
Yeah, even
it's like,
other racing is just noise. Top
it's
fuel.
just noise. You
Oh
feel,
my god.
go to a drag race. It is an experience that
Yeah,
it's like you
visceral.
didn't realize that much power existed.
Yeah, and it just gets unleashed on you like
Unleashed in like 4 seconds.
it's
You're
so
like,
crazy. Okay, so Joe's
what just
asking.
happened?
We're just getting off topic. Okay, Joe. Sorry, Joe's hanging out with us. We need to, I guess, include him. What about the 60 OF? Are those always under load? It's same thing. The motors, they're not really under load. I mean,
Yeah. It's kind of like with actuators, they do hold the load, like pull it up, and if you cut out power, the platform will fall down to the bottom of the ball screw. But because it uses a ball screw and the way the motor is situated on top of the actuator, it's very efficient and can hold it there really easily. It's like the whole concept of like a magnet or something. It's once you have the grip, it's very easy for it to hold in a position. Whereas with like a CIDOF reality, it still uses those levers and how it's working. Again, that's part of the inefficiency of the design to where the motors have to do a little bit more work, so it uses more power. So that's kind of where I was like, if one day DOF was able to get to a true kind of own DOF actuator, they would not only just get the fidelity that they need, they would be able to use a lot less power, and then probably have a lot less issues with some of the tie rods and stuff or whatnot, because it can all just be controlled through the actuator itself. They just need to figure out the price for that. But yeah,
cool.
It depends. But yeah, for actuators, they do need to have power to be like sustained. Otherwise, they will go all the way down. But like the DOF reality platform, it needs to have
Same thing.
the
DOF
USFUs. Yeah,
with the new gears, if you don't have power to it, it actually go down. And I think
goes down.
we were actually bending. I think one of the reasons we were bending the arms originally, again, the design was wrong, but also I think getting in and out of it without it powered on, just having that initial slide when you step in and it slides forward or whatever, I think was enough to cause some issues. So I always power mine on before I even crawl into the thing now, just because then it's steady. So anyhow,
even on my this actuator rig, I run it through a universal power supply backup battery, and not my actually PC. It's just for the actuator, so it controls, so it provides power to all my actuators, and a powered USB hub, which only has the Thanos controller on it.
Ah, okay.
So what this does is, because the Thanos controller is still connected to all the servo drives, which is all connected to the battery, if I ever have a complete power outage, my Thanos controller will still stay on and will automatically park my platform, put it back down in neutral so I can get out.
Nice.
Otherwise, if power's cut, if I'm in an extreme position, it'll just kind of fall. It falls down on the ball screws.
Oh.
It can damage it. It's not good to do.
Right.
But yeah, it's like you don't want, if at falling 150 millimeters all the way down and just kind of like slamming at the bottom of the ball screw.
It's not like being dropped, right? I mean, it still screws
It's not
down
like
and
pure drop, but it's like the same thing. Like you see in the ball screw, so it'd be
Yeah.
just the weight of the platform pushing down that ball screw as fast as it can.
wow. Okay.
Right. So it still needs to go down the ball screw. So that does create resistance to slow it down, but it still falls.
Yeah.
Right? And mine has fallen once before. Like he cut the power once or something like that, and it happens, and most people do it. And it's not always bad, but it's like it happens enough, especially with 3D printed ones. You can start to break off the caps or break stuff in the actuator because again, it's depends on how heavy it is. But with the P1X platform and my rig, I would guesstimate on the vertical actuators itself, there's probably at least 250, 300 pounds.
Yeah. Yeah.
I look at all
I
that.
can believe that.
With everything installed.
Joe wants to know what UPS you use.
Was it APCs?
Yeah, that's
So
what I use.
it's the I'll find it real quick.
Yeah,
but it's
that's what I use too.
it's the higher wattage one too, because it's like actuators don't use a lot of power, but they can spike up 450, 400 watts, 500 watts. Usually you will never see it get up to 600 watts. The only time the actuators really spike up that high is when you there's resistance and it's trying to move a heavy load, or the platform's moving down real fast and needs to push it up real fast, and it might need to do a little bit more power. But the specific one I got, oh no, I bought it from you. Is like it's the 900, the 1500.
Yeah.
APC. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, he was just talking about.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, it's the that's the specific one. APC UPS, the 1500 VA Synwave UPS battery backup.
Yep.
I got the Synwave as well.
Yeah.
Mainly because I just didn't want to have any other issues with EMI and stuff, or just weird issues that were coming through the electrical system.
Yep.
And why not have Synwave to clean up the signal? And it was actually something I was reading about. Like artificial Synwaves can cause a problem with some electrical systems, depending on how it's set up, because it's artificial and it's not there's certain gaps in it. So if you are going to do some kind of UPS backup, make sure it's an actual Synwave versus artificial Synwave.
Oh, okay. I didn't know there's a
and it
difference.
just gives you better, cleaner power. Yeah, it's just a little thing like that.
Okay. Cool. Well, let's see.
How much of it makes a difference, I don't know, but you know, I'm all about like just make sure it works. Hey, it works. Hey, no problem.
Nice. Yeah, I don't have one on mine actually. Did you have to rewire? Did you need 240 volts, or do you have to any kind of house? Okay.
No, just 110 volts.
Okay.
Even for actuators, much like DOF reality, the inverters will change everything like that. If you have a 220 volt, you might have a little bit more juice at times to kind of hit power curves and motion.
Okay.
Right. So you could technically have, it's like adding some nitro to your car or something.
Right.
Or like a fuel additive, right?
Well,
it's
I just know
like,
we had to do
it's
two
better to
separate.
have a little bit extra power when you need it. What?
We had to have two isolated circuits. We couldn't plug into the same because we got the two boxes. So theoretically, so we actually had to do some electrical and run two separate independent circuits. I mean, it's not worth the risk. So
yeah, when I had my P6, I did the same thing. I ran it on two separate circuits, so it wouldn't cause a blowout. But the weird thing is when you get an actuator platform, you actually want them all to use the same outlet.
Oh, really?
Because two reasons. Well, one main reason is you need to avoid ground loops.
Oh.
And ground loops can easily start to occur when you're using two different electrical outlets in the home. And what that is just basically an EMI signal that starts to kind of go around within the over and over and over again. Well, what that will cause with an actuator platform is an issue where actuator platforms generate a lot of kind of, I won't call it line noise, but basically the servos and whatnot are generating a lot of, electromagnetic interference, and anything else that can kind of trip that will trip everything else in your PC system. So including like your computer might like crash, but usually it's like USB devices don't work. All of a sudden, like your direct drive doesn't work. And so that's the classic EMI issue, which is how you fix it with actuator platforms is you eliminate a ground loop. So they all use the same ground point. You actually have to ground the platform. So every level of the platform, I have a wire that's grounded to the electrical outlet. So it's grounded as well.
Wow. Okay.
You run an EMI filter on the power line that goes to the servos. So that helps clean it up. And then finally, you usually want to use ferrite cores, as many as you can on the USB devices. Don't overload because it does drain some energy. But every USB device should have at least one ferrite core on it, and same thing with power lines, because it's always an issue of electrical magnetic interference with actuator platforms and just the electrical field they generate.
Interesting.
But they're efficient. But yeah.
See, this is why we should do a podcast, because people probably would like to know this stuff. So, anyways, I'm sure nobody but Joe will ever watch this far in. But anyways,
as
we
long
always
as Joe gets it, or you, or
yeah. We always end up like getting into these discussions. It's just natural.
Yeah, you go to Sim Racing Studio and help. I have a whole section on actuator setup links that talks about how you solve EMI problems for your actuator platforms, because it's a very common issue.
Yeah, so Joe's saying, so a ferrite core is a choke, ferrite core choke. So,
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you put those on the. You can either get the ferrite cores, which are round. Usually, it also impacts VR the most. So it'll be like VR is the most impacted because of the cord is usually being. Like someone might have the cord go next to all the other power cords or whatnot, and you get your electrical interference. Or it'll be your direct drive or other USB devices suddenly aren't working because, again, the interference is interfering with the signal, so Windows thinks it's not connected anymore, and therefore the USB device no longer works. And it's just again, I don't know if it has to do with the specific ASD servo drivers that are utilized, or if it's just an inherent issue within. I think it's an inherent issue within servo motors, because the electrical is so fast and how it can adjust. It's just creates more variations, I guess, and that creates more noise because it's so quick in terms of how it's doing everything, and it's pushing out lots of different voltages all over the place. So,
all right. Well, Joe, you got any more questions? We are going to wrap it up, but Joe's just asking: is the core like a donut? This ferrite core, donut shaped, little metal?
Yeah, it's like a donut. Yeah, so there's the one cores that are donut shaped, and then there's like a lot of the little clips they're like little ferrite cord or clamps you can put onto USB cords and things like that on Amazon. If you search like ferrite clamp or ferrite cord, you'll find them, and you just put those on everything. And it's just a way to eliminate. If you're not having issues, you don't need to worry about it. But if you are having issues, because again, it's always a combination of you're using these types of USB cords, or you're using this USB hub, or your motherboard, does certain things on this frequency, and it affects people differently. But usually, it's almost always common that it's electrical magnetic interference through ground loops, improperly grounded.
I might have to try some of those, because I know I run into USB issues sometimes. So
yeah, a major one on that is just lack of USB power, like not using a good quality powered USB hub, like a 60-watt one or something like that. Because especially with the devices we use for sim racing and stuff, they draw power, and most manufacturers are thinking about people that want to use it for like a tablet or something else for Gene, or what I mean. So that is the most common issue I've always seen, is like people that have underpowered USB ports, whether they're even if you connect it to your main board, it might not have enough power. So power USB hubs, or it's just Windows in itself, and I hate Windows.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, I'm tired too. So,
all right,
let's end this.
all right, one more. Joe's last question is: do the DOF reality devices come equipped with protective tech built into them? I don't know.
Define the protective tech.
I'm assuming, define. I'm assuming he's talking about like breakers or something like that, or. Yeah, what are you talking about? Protective tech. I've always had mine. Mine are directly plugged into the outlets. So, and I've, knock on wood, over a year, not had any issues. So,
yeah, it doesn't have like protection, like if it senses something moving in, or if it gets in the way of it.
Like semi protection. Like are you talking like current?
I don't know if it's current or like physical protection.
You're saying like semi protection. I like the semi. EMI.
EMI. So like DOF reality don't have as many issues with EMI, because again, they use different motors, and there's a different rate in terms of electricity. So you usually don't see those types of issues on a DOF reality machine. Yeah, I haven't really heard of anything. Usually, if anyone has issues, it'll be a USB thing that's not working, and that's usually goes back to like not having enough power on the USB line, or it's just a bad USB cord or something like that.
Yeah, it's just the DOFs are really more of a brute force kind of system versus actuators are more of a finesse. I don't know if that sounds right or not, but that's kind of
it's like actuators have like servo drivers that go with them that kind of generate, and again, it's like actuators and the servo drivers are industrial like based applications, so that they're really made for like CNC machines and things like that, and like high precision, high power type of situations. That's where the ASD servo controller came from. So you get like that more, I wouldn't call it unfriendly, but more power oriented or more functional oriented versus like EMI. Yeah. Whereas like this DOF reality uses a basic Adreno board controller, and the power supplies that go through that and power the motors themselves. So it's a different type of system. So it doesn't generate the type of electrical interference that say the servo drivers do. Simply just because it's akin more towards like what you would think of like an electric drill, or electric power washer or something. It's more like a DOF reality, whereas like the actuators tend to be more like you're plugging into like a computer,
right,
that's going through and doing a signal thing like a generator, so it can create more signals and stuff and create more interference. If that makes sense.
Yep. So he's asking about DOF uses brushed motors opposed to brushless actuators, basically big servos. Actuators use a digital signal. So
yeah. So it's those little differences, but those differences are the thing between like the precision actuators are used for like CNC milling or like motion simulators or different applications, or a wiper motor or the types of motors.
That's the perfect analogy. The DOF is for wiping the rain off your windshield, and the other ones are for CNC milling.
Yeah, I mean, if you look it up, that's originally how they were. The original motion simulators. All the motors were based off the wiper motors from semi trucks. Yeah. And that's how they were first created. And the DOF reality motors are kind of based off of that. And, I forget. You go look up the motors. They're industrial motors, but they're not like straight up.
Yeah.
But that's the OG way is you get hyper motors and you make your motion simulator. Because again, you don't need a lot of if you have it on a ball joint and it's balanced correctly, you don't need a lot of power. To move it left and right as long as everything's balanced.
Kind of
so you could use a wiper motor. Yeah. And you just need a controller to tell it when to go up and go back, and
that's it.
Motion simulator.
All right. But yeah, Joe, you got it. Precision versus bump forwards. All right. I'm getting tired. It's almost tomorrow. It's not quite tomorrow where you are, but it's tomorrow, almost tomorrow here. And Daryl's long gone too. He's rubbing his eyes, so he's got.
No, I've been in and out here.
All right, Joe.
So it's been fun.
Thanks for hanging with us, Joe. I'm sure we'll be doing this a little bit more. And then hopefully Sunday. I don't know. We might get an early start on Sunday because Daryl's got some obligations he's already signed up for. So if we want to get some time in, we might have to start 7 days Sunday a little earlier on Sunday.
Right on.
We'll just Sunday will be Daryl's birthday month because my birthday month comes to an end in about 10 minutes, but then it's Daryl's birthday month, so we got to cater to him for the next month. So that's gonna be fun. You think I'm a pain in the ass? You just wait.
Awesome.
He's
that's awesome.
We don't call him Daryl of the Prima Donna for nothing. I mean,
oh my gosh.
That's the first time I've ever heard that.
I just came up with it.
I gotta go to sleep too.
All right, we're out of here. Good night. Good night, Joe. Everybody watching, appreciate it.
Hey, Joe.
We're out of here. Joe, we'll catch you next time. Next time on Sunday, we might get started in noon. I don't know. Just keep an eye out. We might start around noon or so. I don't know. Does that sound about right? Sunday, Daryl? Joe wants to know what time Sunday.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, right. It's up to, again, it's Daryl. We've got to wait for Daryl.
All revolves around Daryl.
All right. We're out. Thanks, everyone, for watching. I'm tired. Going to bed. See y'all next time. Good night.